Here's our audience, plus camera. And here's our speaker. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, I'm Matthew Witcher. I want to talk to you a little bit today about who I am and how some of the things that I've done, places that I've been have shaped who I am as a person. So just to give you a quick background about myself, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I was born and raised there 23 years, raised in a Southern Baptist church around conservatives most of my life, up until the point where I enlisted in the United States Army at 23 and started experiencing different cultures and things. So what I want to do is walk you through just 3 places that I've been and things that I've taken out of those 3 places and that have kind of shaped who I am today. So the first place that I want to touch on is a trip that I made to the Bahamas in the summer of 1995 with my family. Went down there, got down there, and was expecting, to be like a touristy thing where we all went to the beach and that kind of stuff. It was totally different. We got down there. There was no electricity, no television, no running water. It was all well water. I'm saying that to tell you that none of us wanted to be there. We kind of wanted to tuck tail and run, if you will, go back to the United States where we're from, go back to Jacksonville. So what we ended up doing was meeting the people and interacting with the people that were there. They did things like bring us food. They took us around, took us fishing, took us to their beaches, showed us their land. And by the time it was time to go home 3 weeks later, we didn't want to leave. We basically grown such an appreciation for these people that we didn't want to go back home. So what I'm saying is telling you that to say that it doesn't necessarily take technology and things like that and things that you're used to appreciate and have a good time. So moving on from the Bahamas, the second place I want to talk about briefly is Germany in Western Europe. I went there after enlisting in the United States Army in 2004. I went to Germany. Once again, didn't want to be there. It was overseas, it was culture shock, it was away from family and friends for the first time, and it was my first duty station. So kind of kept myself a little bit, didn't really interact too much with the people, things like that. However, I met a friend that was in the Army. He was married to one of the local women that lived in Germany, and they took me out, showed me their traditions, customs, showed me their foods, things like that, showed me how to get around. After that, I started kind of doing things on my own after that, and was able to experience the culture, learn a lot about their way of life, how they do things differently than we do things in the United States, and it grew a great appreciation for that. Some of the stereotypes that you might think about when you think of third world like the Bahamas or Western Europeans, literal Western Europeans, those kind of stereotypes go right out the door when you actually interact with the cultures. So one of the last places I want to talk about is a trip to Iraq in 2007. To create Iraq, got over there, deployed, was going over there into a wartime environment. Wasn't expecting it to be a good time, just expecting it to be, what it was, just a wartime environment. Got over there and actually realized that, some of the people that, the foreign national, or the people that were living there, actually, not all of them were there to blow us up. Some of them were there just to get jobs, some were there to, they were trying to basically live off of support that our base had to offer them over there, and they were practicing their religion out in the streets. They were doing things like eating with their hands instead of eating with utensils like we do, and so it kind of obviously showed me a different perspective on what I thought I was going to encounter when I got over there. So what I'm saying is, I'm telling you about all these 3 places. I'm saying that to tell you that at first, even though I thought I might have tolerance for them, that tolerance grew into more acceptance and eventually admiration in some cases for the different cultures and things that I've experienced. Having said that, those experiences have shaped who I am today, and it allows me to, in the job that I'm currently working in, I run into people of all different types of backgrounds, and it allows me not to buy into the stereotypes and prejudices that you might have normally, which allows me to do my job more effectively. So thank you for your time.
Okay, here's the audience one more time.
That was the most amazing